Hello and welcome. Today I'll be introducing Form G1 to Form G21, the signing parties and required supporting document. Forms G1 through G7 encompass critical components of construction and infrastructure development, ranging from earthworks to internal electrical systems. Each form specifies the required signing parties and supporting documentation to ensure compliance and accountability. For instance, Form G1 pertains to earthworks and requires signatures from a CIDB-registered contractor and a submitting person, SP, typically a professional engineer with practicing certificate, PEPC, in civil or geotechnical engineering. Supporting documents include Corporate Form 49, CIDB registration, and earthworks test reports. Form G2, which covers setting out, involves a licensed land surveyor in addition to the contractor and SP, and requires surveyor licenses and setting out plans. Forms G3 and G4 address foundations and structural works respectively, both requiring PEPC civil or structural engineers and relevant structural plans. Internal plumbing systems are covered in Forms G5 and G6, with licensed plumbers and either PEPC or architects as SPS, supported by plumbing drawings and test reports. Form G7 focuses on internal electrical systems, necessitating a competent person such as a wireman or chargeman and a PEPC electrical engineer, along with electrical competency certificates and wiring diagrams. These forms collectively ensure that foundational and internal systems are properly documented and validated by qualified professionals. Forms G8 through G14 address essential safety and utility systems within a construction project. Form G8 covers passive firefighting systems and requires signatures from a CIDB-registered contractor and a principal submitting person, PSP, supported by Form 49, CIDB registration, and a clearance letter from BOMBA, the fire authority. Form G9 pertains to active firefighting systems and involves a trade contractor and SP, with trade certification and BOMBA fire safety certificate as key documents. Mechanical ventilation is addressed in Form G10, requiring a certified contractor and SP, along with mechanical plans and CIDB documentation. Form G11 focuses on lift and escalator installations, necessitating a DOSH-registered contractor and SP, supported by DOSH certification and lift inspection reports. Building works are covered in Form G12, involving a CIDB contractor and either a PEPC or architect, with as-built building plans as supporting documents. External water supply and sewage reticulation are addressed in Forms G13 and G14 respectively, both requiring SPAN-registered contractors and SPS. These forms demand clearance letters from SPAN or IWK, Form 49, CIDB registration, and detailed layout plans. Collectively, these forms ensure that fire safety, mechanical systems, building integrity, and utility connections are properly documented and validated. Forms G15 through G21 encompass infrastructure systems and landscaping components essential for project completion and regulatory compliance. Form G15 addresses sewage treatment plants and requires a SPAN-registered contractor and SP, supported by clearance letters from IWK or relevant authorities, Form 49, and CIDB registration. Form G16 pertains to external electrical supply, involving a competent person such as a wireman or chargeman and an SP, with supporting documents including TNB confirmation letters and electrical competency certificates. Road and drainage systems are covered in Form G17, requiring a CIDB contractor and SP, with JKR or local authority confirmation letters or deemed approval after 14 days. Form G18 focuses on street lighting, requiring a competent person and SP, supported by Form 49, CIDB registration, and street lighting layout plans. External main drain systems are addressed in Form G19, involving a CIDB contractor and SP, with drainage plans as key documents. Telecommunication systems are covered in Form G20, requiring contractors registered with MCMC or CA and SPS, supported by clearance letters and telecom system details. Finally, Form G21 pertains to landscaping, involving landscape contractors and SPS such as landscape architects or architects, with landscape design plans and CIDB documentation. These forms ensure that external systems and aesthetic components are properly validated and documented. The Keynotes and Highlights section provides essential guidance on documentation and signature responsibilities across all forms. Form 49, which pertains to company registry, and CIDB registration are standard supporting documents required for all applicable forms. If the same contractor is responsible for multiple forms within a project, these documents need only be attached once. Clearance letters are critical for specific systems. Bomber clearance is required for fire safety systems, Forms G8 and G9, DOSH certification for lift and escalator systems, Form G11, SPAN clearance for water supply systems, Form G13, IWK clearance for sewerage systems, Forms G14 and G15, TNB confirmation for electrical supply, Form G16, and JKR or local authority confirmation for road and drainage systems, Form G17. Notably, deemed approval applies if no response is received within 14 days for Form G17. Signature responsibilities are clearly delineated. Contractors or trade specialists are responsible for signing off on execution-related components such as earthworks, plumbing, and electrical systems. The submitting person, SP, typically a PEPC or PSP, validates and signs to confirm compliance with regulatory standards. Form G2 uniquely involves a licensed land surveyor in addition to the contractor and SP. These guidelines ensure consistency, accountability, and regulatory compliance across all construction and infrastructure components.
If you like our content, kindly like, share and subscribe.